Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, it is about a protective style, and this is the last video of the 5 things you should know about your natural hair. So get into it.
1, 2, 3.
So let's get started. What is a protective style? So protective style requires little to no daily manipulation. It prevents split ends, breakage if done right, and it can protect you from physical, chemical, and environmental damage. So some protective styles are two-strand twists that you can easily style it into a ponytail. Even buns can be a protective style because it's tucking the ends of your hair in. Getting braids, it could be with your natural hair or it could be with extensions. And if done right, this can help you in the long run with hair growth, with not having to do much to your hair, but maybe oil your scalp. When getting braids, you need to leave your edges out of the braiding piece. So take your little fingers and just like brush them out so your edges don't be snatched with your braiding, because if it's snatched with your braiding, you're going to pull your edges out. Even with buns, kind of take them out, because if your bun is super tight, it's going to be snatched. Your edge is going to be snatched and you're not going to have any edges in about a month. So if getting your hair braided is extremely tight and you're seeing like red spots, or it's hurting so badly, or even your little scalp is scrumbled up together, you got to take it out. Because if you don't, when you wait, as long as you will wait to take a good protective style out, your hair is going to break off extremely bad. And we don't want that. Your hair is you already show breakage when you take your braids out, or your Singalese twist, or your Marley twist, or whatever type of protective style you have in. You already going to have some breakage because you haven't been detangling your hair for however long you kept it in. So that's the amount of breakage you only need to have. But if it's so tight, your hair might even fall out. You might have a bald spot in your head if you don't take it out immediately. Then switch up your protective style. So if one month you do Marley twist, the next month do fox locks or fake locks, and then the next month do some braids, and then the next month do knotless braids whenever it's time to take it out. But also give your hair time in between of each protective style, at least a week or more, to breathe. You have to let your scalp breathe, because if you're doing protective style after protective style, it's going to cause so much tension on your hair that your hair is not going to actually be protected, So that's why it's also good to switch up different styles, because if you have tension on one part of the head, when you switch it up for another style, you kind of let that tension loose, and the tension will also be away if you give your hair a break in between each protective style. So what should you do while your hair is in a protective style? So I know a lot of people want their protective style to last a little bit longer. But if your natural hair is coming out of those braids or those twists or any other extension weave added into your hair, if it's coming out, please do not twist your hair into those extensions to make it look fresh, because you might lock your hair up. You will cause some breakage as well. And we don't want no extra breakage that we won't already have when taking out these styles. And I'm pretty sure most of y'all don't want locks in. If you wanted locks, you would get locks in your natural hair. But if you don't want locks, do not do that, because you will lock it up. And then protect your hair at night. Wear a bonnet, wear a satin scarf, have a satin pillow. I have a scarf under this with braids protecting my hair. Protect your hair at night, because if you don't, your style won't last as long as it should. So now you have to take it out, then redo it, and then you're just doing a lot of work that probably shouldn't even be done. Then moisturize your hair with a moisturizer and then an oil to prevent dry, brittle hair. Like I said, don't just use an oil on top. Don't just use the oil first, because it's just going to lay on top of your hair. And then if you get product buildup very easy, Your style won't last long because your scalp is itching so bad and it's a whole cup of mess. So use a moisturizer, or even do a concoction of water with conditioner. Spray your hair with it, spray it lightly, and then add the oil. That helps with making sure your hair is moisturized, your scalp is good, and if you have easily itchy, dry scalp, use like a peppermint oil or a tea tree oil that helps with that soothing scalp feeling for your hair. And some people do wash their hair when they have a protective style. I know I don't when I have a protective style, but also my protective styles last about a month. I try to make it go for a month. So if you do wash your hair, use a shampoo and put some water in the bottle. If you have hard water, please use a purified water. So get like some purified water bottles from Walmart or something and pour that in there, because if you use your actual hard water, it's not gonna really help at all. So so use like purified water and shampoo and put it like in a bottle, you know, shake it up, spray directly onto your scalp, because that's the only part you're trying to cleanse. Spray directly onto your scalp and then rinse with warm water. Definitely use water-based products. That's the best thing you can do, especially in a protective style, if you're using a water-based product. So what should you do after you take out your protective style, or technically in the process of taking out the protective style? So when you are cutting your braids and taking them down, or taking your twist out and taking them down, especially when you haven't detangled your hair in about a month or so, you need to pre-poo and finger detangle way before you shampoo and go in with a comb. And do not comb your hair out after you take the braids out dry. No. That's why you just need to wait, or even if you're in the process of taking those braids out, add the pre-poo to that section and then finger detangle. Finger detangles help get all those knots and those tangles out before you actually comb your hair. So then after you do that to all of your hair, you finger detangle, then you can go in with a wide tooth comb or a good comb that you like to use, or a detangling brush. Start from your ends, go to your roots, and do that to your whole head. And when it's time to actually wash your hair with the shampoo and all this other stuff, and you can use a clarifying shampoo to kind of get all that gunk out, you know, from if you don't wash your hair, to get all the gunk out, use a clarifying shampoo. And I bet you when it's time to detangle with the deep conditioner, your hair is going to be feeling awesome. It's going to be so easy. You won't be in pain, because you already pre-poo and detangled with your fingers and a comb or a detangle brush before you started the whole official wash process. And then please do not rush to take it down, because if you're just cut, you might cut your hair. And if you're rushing to take it down, you might pull out more hair than you should. So do not rush. Now, if you have those micro braids, you know, the little itty bitty teensy weensy braids, I'm sorry for you. But definitely do not rush to take those down, because those are little sections. And sometimes little sections can be easily pulled out. So take your time in all process of taking your hair out from a protective style when you're using extensions or weave. Even when you just took a sew-in out, definitely take your time, because you don't want to rush to cut and you accidentally cut your actual hair. Because I have seen people do that. You don't want to cut your actual hair, so take your time cutting. If you need someone to help you see the little strings, if you got sew in, even if you need someone to help you see the strings, ask someone to help you come cut them out. If you're using glue, you definitely have to take your time, because that whole process right there is a long process. It is difficult getting some glues out of your hair, so you have to take your time with every protective style, because you will pull out more than you should. Again, breakage. We already gonna have breakage from the protective style. We don't need more. We want our hair, right? Exactly. We don't need more. And then the last one, how often you should get a protective style. Like I said before, you should wait about a week or so in between each protective style, because you need your scalp to breathe. If it's not breathing, it ain't growing, it ain't healthy, it ain't working. So you need a week or so in between of a protective style so your hair can breathe. And then leave your protective style in for at least 2 weeks to 2 months. Like I said, I go a month. Some people go 2 months. Some people only go 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't matter. 2 weeks to 2 months to leave it in. If you leave it longer, some people do. Some it helps, but some you have too much breakage than what you should. And again, if you have a lot of breakage, all that growth that just happened, it was not there. So try to protect your hair with the protective style by doing everything correctly. If you're not doing it correctly, if the start is not correct, if the finish is not correct, it's no point of having protective style because ain't nothing correct. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down below. Share my channel. And I'll see you guys when I come with another video. It might not be a series, but I'll see you guys next time. Bye.